only other time I saw the Sheik take liberties with somebody was with Louis Martinez. This is a little bit of a story. I'll try to go a little bit faster with it. But Louis Martinez.
Well, you can't go too much slower with it, Dave. So that's.
But Louis didn't drive. So a lot of times, to shots, he would be hitchhiking or something like that, unbeknownst to, a lot of us, if he couldn't get a ride. So anyway, Dayton, Ohio, Sheik against Louis Martinez. And, the rule back then was you always arrived an hour before the show, no matter where you were on in the show.
Right.
So it's like 7 o'clock, no Louis Martinez. 8 o'clock, no Louis Martinez. Gets about 9:30 when, almost the Sheik's supposed to go on, no Louis Martinez. Well, finally he walks in. He walks into the dressing room, and now the Sheik's giving him hell about, it's like, God damn it. And Louis like, okay, get dressed, we got to go. So Sheik goes, and he's talking over some other stuff with Mike Lauren and, Les Ruffin and stuff. And I'm sitting there with Louis, and Louis goes, oh, man. Oh, no, Louis, he was drinking. He's drinking Wiedemann beers. So it's like, oh. So anyway, it's like, oh, Louis, God dang it. Okay, let's just get through this, and, you could drive home with me tonight. Okay. So we go out, and, first we're talking over the finish, boom, boom, boom. And Louis says to Sheik, before we go out, he says, boss, no bumps, please. I'm sick. I got a little bit of flu and stuff. So Sheik, oh, okay, I'll take care of you. So anyway, we'd go out and, the introductions and all that kind of stuff, and the Sheik's causing havoc, and, we waste like 5 minutes before the bell even rings. So they, start the match, and it goes for a little bit. And then at one point, the Sheik throws Louis outside the ring, which what should happen, is Louis, does, his thing where he crawls underneath the ring, comes out the other side, surprises the guy, the other, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So anyway, Sheik throws Louis outside the ring, and, we're waiting, and it's like I go over, and Louis laying on the floor. And it's like, Jesus Christ. So it's like, I'm, sneaking up on him and, trying to get a little heat, maybe give him a little kick or something. And I kicked him, and he didn't move. And it's like, what the hell? And I'm looking, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, he fell asleep. He's sleeping on the goddamn arena floor. So now it's like, I take a look at the crowd, and they're like, yeah, no, don't, and I'm going to kick him again. And I kicked him good. And he, woke up and is like, oh, ooh. So he gets back in the ring, and they toss him back and forth again. Sheik throws Louis outside the ring again. And now, I see it. Louis goes underneath the ring. So I'm thinking, okay, I go to the other side, and I'm, jazzing with the referee, and, Sheik's got his back turned. We're waiting for Louis, to come up the other side and make the sneak attack. Well, we're waiting, no Louis. No Louis. What the hell? So Sheik goes, he comes over and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know. Where the hell is he? So I go over to the other side of the ring, and I look. He's curled up like a baby underneath the ring. And it's like, oh, Jesus, now what do we do? So anyway, I got to do something. So I go back and I tell Sheik, he's sleeping under the ring.
He's sleeping
under
what?
Sheik jumped outside the ring, goes underneath, and then it's like they both come out, the other side of the ring like a half a minute later, and they're duking it out on the floor, and then they get back in the ring. Now the Sheik, you could tell he's really pissed. And it's like, I know now it's time to go home. So what happens was, they're fighting back and forth. And then Louis Martinez does one of his famous moves was the Indian Deathlock. So what that is like the Sheik sitting, in the ring, shoulders up, and Louis, puts his legs over your shoulders, grabs your arms, and, so that's what he does.
Yeah.
So he grabs the Sheik, straddles him, grabs his arms, and he goes, Arriba! And when he does that, the crowd's popping, and now I'm watching the back of Louis' trunks.
Oh, no.
They're starting to puff up like a blowerfish. And it's like, boom, boom. It's like, holy crap. And it's like, I go in, break it up. I go in, break it up. And then it's like, now it's like the finish is all messed up. So the Sheik picks up Louis and body slams him. Boom. Louis goes down and he's shaking. And the people think, well, it's like he's selling it. And I could tell Louis ain't selling it. Sheik picks him up again. Boom. Louis goes down. And I could see him, oh. Louis gets up, has the Sheik again, puts him in another Indian deathlock, goes Ariba, and Louis' pants, I swear to God, his trunks blew up like a puffer fish, and then all of a sudden, like that. Louis shit all over the Sheik's back. They break it up, and the referee is like, oh my God, and oh Jesus. Sheik comes over to me, jumps out of the ring, he says, stall. So it's like, I'm stalling with the referee, taunting Louis. Sheik goes back to the dressing room and apparently goes in the shower, showers off, comes right back out in his gear, and he starts beating the hell out of Louis, and they fight all the way back to the dressing room, both disqualified, counted out. Same thing. Sheik kicks everybody out of the dressing room, even me. Him and Louis were in there, and man, you could just hear it through the door. He beat the living hell out of Louis. And on the way home, Louis was like a little worse for wear, and it's like he didn't want no beers or nothing on the way home, and that's the story of Louis Martinez shitting on the Sheik.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, only here on the Jim Cornette Experience can you hear stories of wrestlers shitting on each other in front of paying customers.